guys, hello, Mary, meet everybody. It's MicheleMarieDalene. It is now 10 o'clock, or just about, because WJMJ just announced their call-letters, and it's 9:59, so it's actually now it just struck 10 o'clock, so, obviously you can see I'm at the soup kitchen today. We didn't get snowed out. That's good, because I was looking to come back in here. Because tomorrow, just to let you know, because I have so many obligations in the morning, I'm not going to be here to do my program. So if you're going to be wondering why there will not be a broadcast on Tuesday, I know why. So I will be, of course, try to, maybe I'll get an afternoon, and I don't know. I haven't been really feeling quite that well, so I've been, I think, just because I'm trying to get used to the weather, and speaking of weather, I thought today's snow flurries, which look like a glaze, are okay, but I cannot understand why, for example, the Winston Public School decided to be 2 hours late opening today. Like, you guys really think it's going to take 2 hours to remove less than 2 centimeters of snow? Come on, give me a break. I mean, I know that some people thought there was going to be a lot more snow than that. Well, it didn't turn out that way. So let's get through the news as best I can. Let's start with the weather right now. Right now it is minus 1 degree Celsius. It is light snow. Feels like minus 1 degree Celsius. Wind is not listed here. Humidity is 88%. UV index is 1, which is low. Dew point is minus 2 degrees Celsius. Sunrise this morning was at 7:05 a.m. Sunset will be at 4:21 p.m. Going for the next 3 days. As I told you, we don't go more than 3 because the Weather Channel has always turned out to be more vexing than helpful. Monday today, it shows the snow in the icon, 50% chance of precipitation. A high is a 5 and a low is a minus 1. Tuesday, December 6th, shows mostly cloudy. High of 5, low of 0, 10% chance of precipitation. Wednesday is cloudy. A high of 5, a low of minus 2, with 20% chance of precipitation. So really not a big deal. Like I said, so for the so-called Arctic blast that everybody talks about, it's really been more like an Arctic fizzle. It hasn't really been anything really exciting or show-stopping. It's been more talk than action for New England, or southern New England anyway. However, since I don't have access to the Weather Channel Live, or for that matter, AccuWeather Live, I have to go through and map out these systems myself. Well, for the most part, I would say right now is that you and I can bet that the weather will, of course, be getting colder. It's the nature of December anyway. But for right now, I don't really see it's a major showstopper here in southern New England. I'll try to find out what I can about the other regions of the country. So give me some time. Though I see that Donald Trump's legal team has quashed the recount vote in Pennsylvania because, and the state of Pennsylvania agreed, because they said Jill Stein has no real reason to be running a recount in the first place, considering the fact is that, number one, she is not even a major contender in majority of the people, so what's the point of having a recount? Well, there isn't any. It's just, again, a pomp and circumstances, dog and pony show, just to sit there and make things seem like it's so important. Whereas the real vote, the ones that Donald Trump, if he really wanted to be nitpicky, he should, as I said once before, he should go ahead and demand a recount where Hillary Clinton won by a very slight margin. But let's be honest, guys, okay? I'm tired of hearing about this election stuff. I really am. Some of us have lives to get back to. Some of us get cookies to bake and Christmas presents to hang and all that good stuff, right? So I don't really need to worry about all the situation about this election. I just want to see my president inaugurated on on January 20th. I want to see jobs come back to the United States so I can finally be getting some gainful employment. I want to see people having a happy and safe Christmas this year, regardless of who the presidential candidate is. Okay? I want to see jobs come back to this country so people can have a holly jolly Christmas. And that's what I want to see. I don't want to hear any more about Jill Stein doing this and Jill Stein doing that. Okay? Because it's just ridiculous to think that we're allowing a Green Party candidate to screw up the whole system for the rest of us. It really irks me to no end to think that this woman, who had only less than 1% of the vote, to try to screw it up for the rest of us. This just sounds so vindictive and nasty. I thought you had better morals, Jill. Sorry. You really, really did not choose good friends. Now, the Signature Louise having pork chops today. Is it good? Is it bad? Usually they're good, so, so yeah, I'm looking forward to lunch today at the Soup Kitchen, so that's the reason. But I've been doing some of these videos and check on the status here, see how it's going. It's going pretty good. Now, one of the people who's with me right now at the table, Mike, you want to join me over here?
Give me just a second.
Okay, well,
I'm sorry.
over here. It'll be hard to get the camera to shoot over there. Anyway, I have a friend of mine, and he's on here. Oh, maybe you can see him over there. Yeah, you can see me. He's behind me. He's waving his hand. He treated me pretty nice last night. He gave me a meal or two meals. I usually help him out. He helped me out this time because I went to CVS to get some foundation for my skin, so my skin looks good on camera. And I happened to, because Lumi and I were thinking about we were going to go to McDonald's and get a coffee. Yeah. Okay. So we went to McDonald's. We got a coffee. Of course, I see Mike there. He says, "Hey, you want anything?" I went, "What?" "Well, I got money. So would you like something to eat?" I went, "Yeah, okay. Sure. I don't have a problem with that." I didn't want to use up all his money. He got a donation from a priest to provide for his needs. So I had 2 plain double cheeseburgers, the McDoubles, the 2 McDoubles, and a coffee, and a large fry. And then I bought my own vanilla shake because I did have some money left over. So to reciprocate the favor, because he's between homes right now, I had him lay on my couch instead of being out in the minus 2 degrees Celsius weather last night. And then he said, "Well, you want to go out again and get something to eat?" And I was like, "Yeah, okay. Well, this time I wanted to have a soda instead of a large coffee. So, I had a soda and a french fries. And then, of course, I've been peeing like a racehorse ever since all night long. Too much hydration. But still, I appreciated his effort to help me out, because I know I've helped him many times too. So, and you got the stupid thing right next. Oh, I know. Forgot it. This phone. Of course, like LG has some bones, jabbers, and it was right next to the irate pre. So if you hear any squawking and jabber, it's because this thing was right next to the irate pre. I gotta keep it pretty far away, because even though this one's pretty good, some of these phones just are really chatty. So, I don't really have a lot to talk about today. That's okay. I don't. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. That depends on the day of the week. I gotta go get some more domestics tomorrow. Besides, obviously, cat food, which is something my cats need. Rusty, my cat, the big cat, is trying to be a little more friendly. He's been trying to do a little bit of fame. He's snuggling up with me. I'm inviting him to do that, of course, because he doesn't really usually get a chance to snuggle up with me on the bed, because usually Fame takes the dang thing. Fame's been sleeping in the kitchen, so they like to swap turns. Sometimes it's Fame's and it's Rusty. They're not consistently, like, one always sleeps with me and the other one doesn't. Sometimes they like to swap around. Things like that. And, I was watching a movie, a couple days ago on Cody on my TV, on the Hallmark channel plugin called The Santa Suit. Now, I have to admit, I'm a sucker for Christmas movies, and if you happen to know, that would make sense, right? Because I'm a North American snow queen, right? Yeah, I love Christmas movies and things like that. But sometimes they have a very philosophical meaning to me, especially when I think about what Christmas really is about. Besides the fact that we celebrate the birth of a king, and that's what Christmas is. It's the birth of a king. A man that would later create the new and everlasting covenant between Israel and himself, through his son, Jesus of Nazareth. And we have this very special man who was crucified because he was considered too much of a, for lack of a better term, he was considered too much of a radical, and kind of like Donald Trump in a sense. Of course, unlike Donald Trump, Jesus was poor. He didn't have any money, really. He had very little money. He had a treasurer, but which watched the purse, which is, believe it or not, was Judas Iscariot. So Jesus, of course, worked with his dad. Again, his father was a jack of all trades. Carpenter, they call him a carpenter. He really wasn't, because the amount of wood in Israel was pretty limited. So, but he definitely was a jack of all trades. He was a little bit of a stonemason. He was a little bit of a cabinet maker, a furniture maker. Pretty well-rounded ability skills, which he taught Jesus the skills that he did of making things. Just as my father taught me the trade, I learned from my dad too. So I can understand Jesus's upbringing pretty well, because I grew up in the same environment. Of course, I'm not Jewish. That's the only difference, but because I'm Roman Catholic. But still. I'm still a pagan too, by the way. You could say it's just kind of hard to believe, considering I'm a little bit Christian, I'm a little bit pagan too, you know. Sounds like I'm a little bit rock and roll, I'm a little bit country, I'm a little bit rock and roll. Well, I am not also. So, I listen to a lot of country music, I listen to a lot of rock and roll music, and as I said, I listen to Christian stuff, I listen to pagan stuff. I try not to pick sides when it comes to spiritual stuff, because I believe each individual person is going to have to find their own path, because what works for one may not work for the other, and that's okay. You know, don't judge another person's path because it's their path. They might believe in one thing and you don't. I mean, we already heard about the Church of the Flying Spaghetti Monster. Not that I necessarily support that, but it's a real church, believe it or not. And of course, we have the Branch Davidians and the other things like that. A lot of different religious organizations and concepts. But incidentally, not all Islamic people who practice Islam are in support of ISIS. I ought to remind you that. Because there's a good number of people, Muslims, who have said we do not endorse radical Islamic terror. And they said that they're going to be working very hard from within inside the Islam to make people aware of the fact is that not all people, regardless if you're Sunni or Shiite, Muslim, are going to support that kind of behavior. I think it's a good thing that they themselves have said this. If we're going to squash this beast, it's got to be from within. Outside isn't going to do it, but if Muslims go to Muslims and say, sorry, we don't endorse this behavior, then perhaps they can squash it. And I think they would be able to do that. Well, let us make a commitment right now, regardless of your religious faith, let's just have a happy and safe holidays coming up. Because one of the things is that this world is already unpredictable enough. And if we can make the world a better place for somebody, then my work is done for the day. If I can make somebody's life a little bit brighter, if I can make someone smile a little more, if I can make people cry a little less, then I've done a good thing. Right now, that's the most important thing we can do, because there's just too much stupidity and hatred and stuff in this world right now, and we need to change that. We need to change that, because it's really hurting the people. By the way, I want to let you know that I did order some more candy eye drops, and they should be here fairly soon. I ordered them on Saturday. So it probably will be going out in the mail today in Brooklyn, and then I'll probably get them maybe by Thursday or Friday this week. So I'm looking forward to getting them, because I just do so much better with the eye drops, and I decided to let people credit to buy my eye drops so I can see better, because they do help. And that's pretty much all there really is to say today. I haven't got anything else to talk about. I've been so busy planning and doing everything, but I do have this much to say. If Jill Stein, I thought you were a better person. I cannot believe that you're pushing this agenda that goes so against everything that the Green Party supports. I have to admit, I am really, really, really disappointed in your actions. So, if you really seriously want to redeem yourself, you should just basically just accept the fact is that you chose to be part of a party that was less known than either Republicans or Democrats. And since you want to be a closet Democrat, why don't you run for the Democratic Party? Why didn't you run for the Democratic Party? First of all, you would have been a lot better than Hillary Clinton. I'm going to say that much. Okay? But you know what? You didn't choose to. So, you have nothing to gain by this recount. Nothing at all. You had nothing to gain. Alright? So, anyway, next few days, like I said, is going to be relatively cooler. I don't think it's going to be as bad as everybody said it was. Not for southern New England, anyway. Northern New England, that's a different story. Okay, because we know that they get more stone cold than we do here in southern New England. But, I have to admit that I really wish the Weather Channel was a little more accurate in the forecasting, because they're so wrong more than they're right. If that makes any sense. They're more wrong than they're right. I haven't seen a Weather Channel forecast.
Got some chocolate chip cookie for you.
Okay, great. Okay, guys. So for now, it is 10:21 a.m. And again, like usual, I will turn off the sound so that you let the tape run for a little longer so it can go out and buffer. And I'll see you guys on Wednesday. Okay? Stay safe, stay warm, and stay dry. Talk to you later, guys. Bye-bye.